live.
Alrighty, welcome back to Slunkcast. He's a goopy guy.
He's a goopy guy.
He's a goopy guy.
He's a goopy guy,
He's a goopy guy.
He's a goopy guy.
Okay.
So
Alright, are we spinning?
We have to introduce our guest.
Oh, Hope Holster, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Hope Holster. I am a sophomore, and I just got out of chemistry class.
Yay!
Alright. We're going to spin the slug, and it's going to decide who talks. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So if it lands on you, and you need to spook your story, I will be able to help you.
We're audio listeners. We love you to death. Heather just showed me something really scary. It said boo.
You just peeked the microphone.
I don't care.
Okay. And we spin. Emma, why?
Issue, I didn't prepare anything. But,
Cool.
did we say we were talking about? We're just talking about spooky stories. Just more spooky stories.
We love spooky stories.
We're not really like a limit on. This is just kind of a wild card one. Just like talk about whatever the hell we feel like. I can say whatever the hell, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's fine.
You picked it again.
That was me messing with the phone.
Maybe
No, I'm just like asking. We aren't gonna get in trouble
Maybe
if I
don't
say HE double hockey sticks.
What did you say?
I said maybe don't talk.
Maybe don't die.
Hmm?
Did you say maybe don't die?
Maybe don't die.
Maybe don't die.
Have you thought about maybe?
Simply don't die.
Okay.
Just simply don't. What did you just show? Oh, it's so scary. Okay. I don't know what to talk about. Oopsie daisy. I don't know. Give me a topic and I'll see if I can think of it.
The Wendigo.
No.
Hero Brian.
Oh my gosh, Hero Brian. Wait, I actually have such a funny story about that.
Please share.
I actually have a few with Hero Brian, but I'll go with the funniest one first.
Mm-hmm.
One time, Skyfield, do you remember Sky? I don't think you know Sky. Do you know Sky? Okay, that's what I thought. I don't think you know Sky because, you know, she was our grade and she left. She said bye. She ditched us. She ditched us for Troy. What a nerd. Anyways, so she told me, like, yeah, if you use this seed in Minecraft, it'll guarantee Hero Brain spawns. Because, like, I don't know if she heard that or she just was, like, making stuff up. I don't really care because it's whatever.
Of course, Guy would tell you that though.
Yeah. But, so I didn't remember what the one was. I remember what the other one was, and I was telling my mom about it. And she's like, did you just say you used the seed 666 for a Minecraft world? And I was like, yeah. She's like, that is the devil's number. You need to delete it right now. I'm like, this is Minecraft. But I was terrified, so I did it. And I got like a lecture, and I was like, but what happens if I get that number in math or something? Am I still gonna be possessed? It was a little bit of a disaster.
Someone came to McDonald's and got the total 666 on their order. And they were like, oh my god, that's such a horrible number. I'm so sorry I got that number. I was like, well, would you like to round up for charity? And she was like, no. I was like, alright, cool.
That's my third favorite number.
What's your first two?
I'm
I
assuming
can't say
one begins with a 4 and ends in a 0, and the other one is a little.
The other one is a little funny, silly number that I can't say.
Everyone knows it. I just peeked the mic again.
We're just really great at taking the mic.
Yeah.
Send the slug. Damn, that was a good
It was a good
Okay,
fit.
so. Hi. Wow, that was 3 peaks. I'm going to be talking about the FNAF ARG theory, where, basically, if you know who MatPat is, you probably don't, but
Hello.
Matt Pat is a YouTuber who does series on video games that are mostly bull crap.
We should probably put up the do not enter sign.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
They
fine.
can enter. We can have so many guest appearances. We'll
We
be
can have so many guests. It'll be so
Basically,
cute.
Scott Coffin had put some stuff in the books that Matt Pat thought was connected to a Five Nights at Freddy's ARG. So he found a pizzeria and told his viewers about it. And these viewers decided to harass the pizza place, and Matt Pat basically had to tell everyone, okay, I was wrong. I did a little silly goofy. Stop harassing the pizza place. I was wrong. You guys can go back to being sad losers who watch my YouTube videos. It was really funny to watch since I had heard nothing about this until I got on TikTok and heard that people were harassing a pizza place because of Matt Pat. And I should have known, because who else but Matt Pat's viewers would harass a pizza place because it's connected to Five Nights at Freddy's. And then that's basically all I have to say right now.
What are you whispering about?
So I'm gonna spin the slug.
Spin the slunk. Peek that mic.
I'm
It's
definitely
Ava
not
Riffle.
Yeah. I hit myself
Booba.
in the booba. All right. Great conversations for a story our teacher's gonna do this on. So. Anyway, hello. Hi.
Hello.
We're recording a podcast, so I swear we aren't doing anything suspicious. Until at the end of class period, probably. Bye-bye.
New guest appearances.
I was about to say you two, so I just didn't say anything.
One time, I was at Sam's Club, and my mom was like, go get a stuffed pretzel. So I went and I got a stuffed pretzel. Well, no, I tried to. I was like, hey, do you guys have stuffed pretzels? And they were like, no. And for some reason, my work brain kicked in, and I was like, okay, sorry about that. It's happened when I'm handing in papers, too. I'm like, here you go, have a great rest of your night. And then I just walk away. I can't recover from that. Okay, anyway. So,
Tell your spooky.
I'm going to tell my spooky. And we're going to talk about a pretty well-known spooky story of the girl with the green ribbon. Do you know it, Emma?
No, is it a ghost story?
Kind of.
Tell me everything about it.
Okay, well, so a man finds this beautiful woman, and she is always wearing this green ribbon around her neck. And she's like, I want to date you. Come here, be my wife. And she's like, okay. And then he's like, why do you wear that ribbon? And she's like, can't tell you until we're married. And so then they go about their life, and then he proposes. And he's like, well, now that we're going to get married, can you tell me why you had that ribbon around your neck all the time? And she's like, no, wait until wedding night. And he waits and waits. And then it gets to their wedding night. And he's like, okay, well, tell me about the ribbon. Now we're married. I've gone through all this trouble to figure out about this ribbon for some reason. And she's like, okay. And then she unties the ribbon and her head falls off. And it's one of my favorite spooky stories. Very short, very sweet. I love it.
Nice.
Why are you looking at me?
I couldn't think of anything to say in response, but I had to say something. So I just said nice. I don't think that's
That is no
pointing
one.
at
That's
anyone.
the unicorn.
It's Holster. Why
Do you
is
have
Dorothy
a story
throwing
about
it back a
Holster?
little bit?
So I don't like do spooky stories.
Spooky
Spooky stories.
Stories.
Oh my gosh,
You
you
just got
guys.
kind of dragged along in the forest now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm doing a spooky story, and I don't like to tell spooky stories. So like the closest thing I have is that okay, so I'm originally from Wisconsin. Like my family grew up in Wisconsin.
Cheese.
Oh my gosh, the
The
cheese.
cheese.
The cheese. Okay.
I don't know why I did that Italian.
Off
The
topic,
cheese.
but the cheese.
Baklava.
Okay, so, like my parents grew up there. I grew up there, and like after the whole Jeffrey Dahmer series kind of came out, like everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. I would have hated to like live around there. My parents lived in that area like while that was happening. Like that could have happened to them.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is creepy. Like my
You know that you walk
my
past-
parents actually knew someone who like knew Jeffrey Dahmer, like actually knew him as a person, like
That reminds me of
like one of their friends or something, like was friends with Jeffrey Dahmer or something, which is like terrifying.
That reminds me of something. I'm sorry to interrupt, but like literally one time I saw like a Tumblr post or something. I don't remember what it was on, and it was like someone was like, "Yeah, my dad worked with Ted Bundy, and every Friday he'd say, 'See you Monday, Monday,' and he just and then this is like, I wonder how many times he thought about killing him." It's like, bro, that's so funny. Just imagine bullying a serial killer and living.
Did you know you walk past like an average of 5 murderers in your lifetime?
Yes.
Yeah, it's people stupid and I hate them. Cannot wait for them to go extinct.
Oh,
I technically know a murder.
Great work, Emma.
It was self-defense. So
I technically know a murder, and that is
well, murder is
Can't tell
different
you.
than like murder is like
Murder's a league.
great
murder
work.
is like actually like killing someone like because you hate them or something, whereas like
well, there's different
killing in
degrees.
self-defense
Yeah, there's
isn't
different
murder.
degrees.
Like I feel like in self-defense, like that's not murder.
Yeah, that's like an admissible thing in court.
Yeah, so like I feel
Yeah,
like
like
that's
they didn't get
I
charged
feel
with
like that's
anything, 'cause it was
different.
like this person like broke into their house and was like threatening the family, so like
Yeah, that
they
makes a lot of
got it
sense.
done and, like,
So I
Yeah.
feel like that's different than murder.
and the reason I know this is because they were like sending like things in an Instagram chat as it was going down, like, I just shot a man, and I was like, bro, why are you on Instagram? So yeah.
I'm glad we can all have this talk. Why
Oh, I
is
love
Slinky
you,
over
Sharon.
here?
Thank you. It's my car. Kind of. I have a Beetle, so my mom was like, "I'm getting it for you," and I was like, "Okay." I think that was very aggressively mean.
Yeah, that was very aggressive of you.
I don't know why, but I thought you just said slime for a second. I watched like 3 hours of the 6-hour Goat Simulator Slime Sickle and Rampu stream yesterday.
I need to watch that.
It was great. I felt like I was having a stroke. And my mom like walked in, like she was like, "Why are you laughing so much?" I was like, "This is funny."
Very spooky.
I don't know what am I talking about.
I like gave you multiple things. You could do the Wendigo. You could do that guy that got dragged into the wind, which is also the Wendigo. You could do Scarecrow. You could do Skinwalkers. You could do
I actually don't know if I talked about this one or not.
do it.
That, like, looking back, like, I think could technically be a mimic or skinwalker story.
Beautiful.
If you really think that, like, if you kind of have to stretch because, like, I don't think it is because, like, I don't believe in that stuff. But, so throwback to when I was like 5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Very sadly, this is like one of my first memories. Whoopsie
Cool.
daisy. Okay, we got a trauma dump on the podcast. Okay, so I remember vividly when I was a kid, like one time I was really mad about having to go to bed, and I was like, "I hate you" to my mom, and she's like, "All right, bet," and she just leaves, and I hear the car start, and I hear her drive away, and I'm bawling. And then she walks up the stairs and comes into my room and is like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I don't know if it was a dream, if she actually left and then came back just to mess with a 5-year-old, which I really don't think so. And, like, the other explanation is, there's a little creature living in my house.
Or it was the other way around and the skinwalker left. And that was her actual mom.
I don't know, but I remember when she was like tucking me into bed, her hair was down. When she came up, because I was crying, her hair was up.
I love with her hair down. Come on.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Alright.
It could possibly that you remember things slightly off there too.
That's what I think it is. Like, I remember it weirdly, and it was probably a dream, too.
Spin that baby.
It's me again.
No, you guys really did it. Better.
I guess we're going to be talking about Herobrine as well.
Hold on. Apologies, everyone. That was my phone vibrating. If your eardrums are busted, I'm sorry. Continue.
I guess we're going to be talking about Herobrine as well. I almost bit that mic.
I love how we're all
Actually,
sick.
no, let's talk about Lavender Town from Pokemon.
Oh my god, that terrified me as a kid.
Okay, so that was basically a well-known creepypasta in the Pokemon fandom because of all the ghosts that live there. And there's actually apparently an unused boss battle named Buried Alive. That one's my favorite.
Now I have the song stuck in my head.
Basically, Buried Alive was a guy who just was buried alive,
Oh my
basically.
God. Ooh.
And
Wow. Who would have
he was,
For our audio listeners, we love you to death. I just slapped my cheeks dramatically like the Scream portrait.
according to people who made the creepypasta, it was an unused boss battle in the game, and he had a bunch of ghost Pokemon to fit with the fact that the fight took place in a cemetery. But he had one or two, I don't remember, which are called White Hands, which basically worked like Dittos, where they'd shapeshift into the Pokemon that you had, if I'm remembering that correctly. But I'm pretty sure there was also like something off about them. Now, if you won, I'm pretty sure he went back into his grave. But if you lost the battle, he would talk about fresh meat and how you're going to join him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would cut to a game over screen where Buried Alive's eyes are red and he's eating your trainer alive.
Amazing.
And it just says game over on top of it. And here's the kicker.
Don't kick me.
For our audio listeners, love you to death. Heather just kicked Emma in the shin.
No, it's the bottom of the foot.
For our audio listeners, love you to death. Heather just kicked Emma in the sole of her foot.
But basically, whenever you would turn off the game and turn it back on, instead of showing the usual Game Boy or whatever you were playing it on, it would just cut to the game over screen, and it was basically stuck like that for eternity.
That's terrifying. Have you, sorry to cut you off, have you seen that actual game over screen of that old, I forget what console it was on, but it was a Lion King game, and if you lost to Simba would hang himself.
Hold on, we're trying to find
Wait,
this.
how?
He would climb into a noose, and then the floor would disappear, and he'd just be there hanging if he died.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
There was one that
Like little Simba or like big Simba?
Yeah, and then a different one would get boiled.
You said
I think it was
baby Simba.
I think it was Puma.
Yeah, another
And-
one would get cooked
Say
in the soup.
Puma or Puma?
Puma. I don't remember his
But
name.
like,
Lion King game.
And then the other one,
hang self-death.
buries himself alive.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? What
Yeah.
type of game were you guys playing?
I wasn't playing it. I was watching Game Grumps.
I watched
Okay,
John Tron
what do
play
I
it.
type? Because I don't want to get this flagged.
But
Well, I'm not on the
Search
Wi-Fi.
up Lion King creepy game over. You'll definitely get it.
Yeah, probably.
There's another one, Hypno's Lullaby.
That's
Even
a good one.
it's a good one. Basically, it's a story of a hypno who hates humanity because a bunch of people drove his trainer to commit suicide.
Makes sense.
Oh my god, it's real. Let
yeah,
me see.
of course it's real. You
Oh
think
my God.
You think I say wrong things?
That's terrifying.
Basically,
That's horrible.
There's also a Paper Mario game with just a noose just kind of sitting on the board.
And then
Oh,
Can we
you know
please
what?
talk
No.
about how in the
Let's
Addams
talk-
Family animated movie Wednesday just has nooses tied in her hair?
Yeah.
That's
This
the
is
point.
She's
horrible.
amazing. I love her.
I prefer
I
Morticia.
wanna look at more.
Look at
I like
that
how
one.
Morticia walks.
Oh my god!
Okay,
it's
in
whole
the animated
thing.
version,
It's
I
a
don't
whole
like
thing.
Morticia.
That's fair.
But, okay, so we're going to be talking about
Wait, hold
Paper-
on. Sorry to interrupt again, but can we just talk about how the Addams family is actually like a really healthy family? They all love each other like a whole lot.
in the animated movie, it's the exact opposite, though.
That's why I only watch the non. Have you watched the
You're
Wednesday
gonna
yet?
hit Eve.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
but you're gonna hit Emma.
My
I've already
sister-
hit myself. It's
I
okay.
don't
My mom
care
and my
if I get
sister
bombed.
watched it.
It's very good. I recommend.
I saw on Twitter that people are making Wednesday gay.
Wednesday should be gay. Let's be real.
Okay,
She's
so
lesbian coded.
in Paper Mario, I think it was the 1,000-Year Door. Not about the news, but there's a murder. That one was terrifying, kinda.
Yeah.
But then there's also, I'm pretty sure in that game as well, there's in the Japan version, in the Japanese version, there's a outline of a dead body. The game is just, Paper Mario games just are kind of creepy.
It came out when I was born. Like, I was born and Paper Mario and 1,000-Year Door came out, and I have not played the game.
That is one of the best Paper Mario games. I haven't
Yeah.
even played it, but I've heard so much good things about
Right,
it.
yeah.
And then there's also the game over screen where you choose to obey like the giant queen. I don't remember what her name is, but like the,
Okay.
and then she just kind of takes over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Hypno's Lullaby.
Yeah.
It's just terrifying because kidnapped a bunch of kids. I think he murdered them.
That makes sense. Common William.
I've heard people say that he did
You
naughty
did not
things
just make
to
a
him.
FNAF reference.
I sure did.
I've heard people say that Hypno did bad things to the kids, but I'm just gonna go with he killed them
Mhm.
because that's more fun to imagine. There's a lot of Pokemon
I
creepypastas
don't
now
know
that I
if
think
that's
about it.
fun to imagine. But
It's better
something
to imagine.
Would you like to imagine Hypno doing naughty things to kids without their consent?
No, but I don't think it's fun to imagine,
Yeah.
killing
You're
children.
gonna hit me with that necklace.
I mean, it's fun to imagine William killing the kids.
If I do,
No, it's not.
But basically, have you noticed that there's a lot of Pokemon creepypastas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Christopher.
Yeah.
We need to spin the song for this.
We need to spin this long.
I got distracted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
my fault. We're literally going in the same order.
We are.
Okay,
Hey,
Hit me.
hey, audio listeners, it's me, Ava Ripple, back again. I'm here to
Do
tell
an ASMR.
other podcasts, Distractable, where I love their spooky episodes, and there's only two, which I feel like is an affront to me. Do not.
I was so confused. I was like, why are you talking about Distractable? That's not a horror podcast. Okay.
In their episode Cryptids Are Scary, I believe, Mark Pryor, if you know him by that name, is talking, and he says that in his house, he was calling for his girlfriend Amy, and he was calling for her, and he heard her respond to him from the room, like their bedroom, and he knew it, like, in his mind. The room was dark, and he could hear it from directly in front of him, and then Amy responded from across the house in the other direction. And he was absolutely convinced that there was some type of thing behind him, and that was just kind of staring into his soul, and he had to run to the other side of the house and be like, Amy, were you in the bedroom just now? And of course she was like, no, I was over here. And they like tested it out a couple different ways about like if she stands in the same place and responds again, if it echoes from the bedroom. And never again did he hear the voice from the bedroom. And so now he's convinced that there was a Skinwalker Amy trying to lure him into that bedroom to murder him. Or maybe the Amy he's with right now is a Skinwalker and he'll just never know until he's dead. And I love them so much.
Did you just tap me on the foot?
I did, that was me.
Whenever I think of Markiplier, I think of the thing that he started recently.
The only
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's only tasteful though. Just much like his calendar.
I need money. I need to turn 18 just for that.
Do you want to pass?
What if we talk about missing no?
Go ahead, man.
That one's not really exactly a creepypasta, but it's kind of cool to talk about. First off, let's talk about Mew under the truck.
Let's go.
So there's...
Can we talk about the Mew stylus?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. Jeez.
So,
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
By the way, we have 2 minutes left.
No,
So we need to I need to go back upstairs.
Okay. Well,
Well, Hope Holster, do you want to do another little thing, or do you want to just go? Because you can, and we can finish up. If
I
you
don't know.
wanna
I
stay
don't
the
have a
time.
whole lot of spooky stories that I have to share. I was never a spooky story kid.
yeah. What's your favorite horror movie? Let's go with that.
I don't watch horror movies.
Got it. What's your favorite horror story that you know of?
I don't.
have you seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
I like half of it.
Have you seen?
This is the joys of a Jesus kid.
Jesus kid.
I'm a Jesus kid too. Well, I was. But
You were.
I was never a Jesus kid.
Mom, you didn't hear that.
Ow.
Here, I'll say it for my parents. I'm not a Jesus kid.
I'm glad that we're all coming out on the podcast. My mother knows that I was never a Jesus kid because she didn't make me
You're
one.
gonna hit me with that necklace.
I
My God.
might if you keep saying it.
Don't tell my parents.
Here, we'll send it directly to your mom and dad.
No.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Watt.
Emma's mom and dad know me. They like me.
Yeah, they do.
So they all, and I'm pretty sure they know they do know I'm gay.
Yeah.
You had to tell them.
I like that you pronounce gay like way. Like,
Hey.
they do know I'm gay. No. God, no.
The scariest thing to imagine for Hope Holster.
For our
A
audio
gay
listeners,
person.
love you to death.
I'm like 90% of my friends are gay.
For our audio listeners,
Ooh,
love you to
that's-
death. Feather just contracted limp wrist syndrome.
Like,
It was terrible.
dead
That's
syndrome.
the gay hand signal. For audio listeners,
I
we
love
love you
you
to
to
death. If you don't know what the limp hand syndrome is, it's when you do the little gay hand.
Who texted me? Go away. Go away.
Okay, Hope Poster, it is 42 if you would like to.
I think I
You're
shall.
42?
Hey. Alright, I do believe I am going to hop back to chemistry
before you
class. Oh no! Feather! No, stop it! I shall go. Thank you all for having me. I had a great time. Thank you for making me share chemistry.
Yeah. For our audio listeners, love you to death. April Ripple just hugged Hope Holster and picked her up off the ground. Bye bye, Hope Holster. Have fun.
I woo women 24/7.
Okay, well, we should probably finish this up really quick. Stop the slunk. Okay.
Stop slunking around.
We still have 2 minutes. We have to
and we
kill
have 2
here.
minutes left before we have to meet a deadline, so it's alright.
So it's fine. So we'll just talk for a minute, I guess. Or
You know,
I
we
guess
could just
a
like,
minute and a half.
yeah, we could tell life stories. How's your
We
life?
can tell another spooky
I stepped
story.
on a pencil when I was like 7 or 8.
Spin the slug. Oh my gosh, it landed on me.
I nearly broke my knee when I was like 6.
I sprained my ankle 3 times.
I got hit with a
Same
fucking
ankle.
metal pipe.
I've fallen off
knee.
my bike before. Like, I literally went flying off.
I like that.
I can,
that
because I've sprained my ankle 3 times, I can pop it in and out of place just by standing on it.
She said, I sprained my ankle. I was like, I got hit in the metal pipe with my knee and I nearly broke it. You were like, I've fallen off my bike. Like, I went flying.
The first time I rode a
My
new
older
bike, then
sister ran into a stop sign once.
Shut up, let me tell my bike
My little
story.
sister broke her arm.
Let me tell my bike story.
I would love to hear your bike story, Emma.
She just hit
Where'd
me
you
with
get
a
a straw
straw.
from?
It's been there the whole time.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never noticed.
For our audio listeners, love you to death. Feather just hit me with a straw that's been sitting on this table the whole
Who
time.
knows what contaminants were in that straw? See, she's already sick.
Well, I already was sick.
No.
I have to go to a Christmas party tonight.
Really?
Yeah, it's 4-H. You know who's
I
gonna
have
be
to,
there?
like,
You know who's
figure
gonna
out.
be there?
I would love to hear it.
Mr. Hughes.
What?
Yeah, yeah. His wife is like she's like a 4-H person.
She's the latchkey.
Yeah, and
amazing.
she's also the Clover Butts in 4-H, which is
My
like the little
God.
kids.
She just does everything.
Yeah. So Mr. Hugs is gonna be there, and if I see him, I'm gonna be like, "Hi, Mr. Hugs," because I did that at the fair.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw him and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Mr. Hughes. We love Mr. Hughes."
Yeah, we love him so much.
Okay, so we should probably finish this up
All right.
now.
Do the outro.
So, oh my
An amazing
goodness.
outro.
Okay, well, you peeked the mic. Oh my god! For our audio listeners, love you to death. I just jumped out of my skin. Okay, anyways.
Time to go.
We gotta do the outro.
We love you to death. This has been
The
Slunkcast.
outro. The outro.
Say
We
it.
won't see you in the next one because this is an audio-only podcast. Also, this is the last episode. So,
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.